Hey guys, Jackie here, better known as Roxy T. I hope you guys had a wonderful Easter. I sure did. How many of you guys had celery or bell peppers that you had to throw away because you didn't use them? I'm going to show you a way that you can freeze them and reserve them. Okay, first things first, let me wash my hands. Okay. And there's different ways that you can do your celery. And my celery was getting very old, you see? It was getting old. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bad part off. This is the only bad part. And throw that in the trash. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the base of the celery. Okay, what I did, I cut the base of the celery. And what I'm going to do is regrow my celery. I did it before. I did it a couple of years ago. It was very successful. So every time I needed celery, I went out in the yard and I picked as much as I needed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bowl, or you can take a saucer. I'm going to just fill it up with water. And I'm going to place my celery inside the water. And within about maybe 2 days, you'll see little celery stalks sprouting out. So you stay tuned for my next video and I'll give you an update on it. Okay, what I'm going to do is just cut the ends off that are no good. And if they have a little brown at the other end, you cut those off too. By the way, I'm babysitting, so if you hear my grandson, please excuse him. See, I'm going to throw this out. That's the inside of the celery. So basically, you're doing the big stalks. And once you do that, you need to rinse your celery stalks thoroughly. I'm going to rinse this off because it has sand on it from the celery. But I'm going to rinse these celery stalks off. That is me, Chanel. She thinks someone's knocking at the door. That's my multi-poo that's barking. When she hears taps, noises, she thinks somebody's knocking at that door. All right, so I got my celery stalk rinsed. Okay, I'm gonna cut them in different ways. I'm gonna cut some that you can put in stew or soup or a roast, or even if you're gonna do tuna fish. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, that's the bad part, I'm gonna just cut. I'm basically gonna cut different sizes and different shapes of celery, how you use them when you cook. Okay, what I'm going to do, the celery that I cut up just then, I cut up 2 stalks. I'm gonna place it. You place it in something flat, because what you're going to do is you're gonna stick it in the freezer. So stick it in the freezer for maybe a couple of minutes, maybe 3-5 minutes, and then you're gonna put it in the bag so they don't all stick together. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna cut up more. I'm gonna cut up 2 more. And I'm gonna do them side by side so it can go quicker. I had bought this celery maybe a week or 2 before Easter, but I know I don't use it all, so what I do is I reserve it by freezing it and take them out as I use them. So right now, I'm gonna stick this celery in the freezer so I can freeze some, and then I'll show you what to do next. Okay, now this is a different way. What I'm doing now, I use this, I'm cutting this up for my roast. When I make a roast, it's already cleaned and it'll be already cut. Okay. Same thing here. I do my celery like this for my roast. It's because my roast is so tender. About time you finish with the roast and it's done, this is all disintegrated and has fallen apart. I'm gonna do more. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I will do more. And that's for my roast. This is going to be, I like to make chicken and dumpling. If you're making beef stew, anything. Let me grab another bowl. Or what you can do, if you have a vegetable blender or cutter, you can do it that way. But I do it this way because if I put it in like a vegetable cutter, it makes it juicy. Or even if you make smoothies or whatever, you can do it for the smoothies and just freeze it. And as you need it, use it. All right. So basically, you're not wasting celery. You're making your celery go a long ways. You're growing celery. And remember, I'm going to keep you posted. When I do another video, I'm going to give you an update on my celery that's growing. And when you grow it, you have to make sure you put it, because it's almost summertime, that you put it in a shady spot. Because when I did it, it was like close to winter. Winter was being over with, and it lasted for a long time. So every time I needed celery, I would just go out and take as much as I needed. And it's not going to be as big as the one from the store. It's going to be maybe half of that size, but it still has that good celery taste. All right. So now, hold on, guys. Let me rinse this off. So now I'm going to take that celery, and let me get a napkin. I'm going to take that celery I stuck in the freezer. See, it already has a little chill to it. And what I'm going to do is stick it in a sandwich bag. You can put it in a freezer bag if you choose to cut up more celery and put it in a freezer bag. It's just me and my husband, and if my children come. So I don't really do that much. So what I'm going to do, I stuck it in a bag, and I am going to stick that in the freezer for now, back in the freezer. And then I am going to do, I'm putting the celery I just cut up for my roast. And I'm going to stick that in the freezer. And then this is plastic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this on here. And I'm going to stick it in the freezer. It just needs to be a little bit chilled for about maybe 5 minutes. And then you stick it in a freezer bag. And I used to be bad with throwing away vegetables. Like, let me see if I have some bell pepper. and I'll show you how I froze it. When I buy bell peppers, I buy 2 or 3 bell peppers. I keep 1 bell pepper in the refrigerator, and then I go ahead and slice the other ones up. Hey guys, I can't find the bell pepper. Okay, no, I can't find it. Anyways, you can do your bell peppers that way too. It's somewhere in the freezer. It could be out in the garage in the freezer. But I have bell peppers that I grow. I grew them by seed, and later on in other videos, probably when I give you the update on the celery bottom that I cut off, I'll show you my bell peppers that I have in the yard outside. And they're already huge like this. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. By the way, when I put the other celery in bags, I'm gonna put it in a big freezer bag. So a gallon bag, so the little bags are gonna be in the gallon bag. So that way it won't be freezer burnt. Okay, thank you. And until next time, tune in.